The countdown to Budget 2022 has begun, and India is in the midst of a resurgence of coronavirus cases driven by the new Omicron variant. While this poses downside risks to the economic growth, the impact is not expected to be significant. Nonetheless, contact-intensive sectors such as travel, tourism, and hospitality have been time and again hit by the pandemic's onslaught. Besides, private consumption is yet to come to pre-COVID levels, which underscore stressed household incomes. Data provided by CMIE or Center for Monitoring Indian Economy suggests that stress is more in lower tier and rural households where consumption to income ratio is generally higher. Given this, the street expects Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to roll out fiscal measures to increase disposable incomes of people at the bottom of the pyramid. On the tax front, D Street experts don't expect any change in tax slabs. However, media reports suggest that Centre could increase the standard deduction limit, which currently is at 50,000 rupees, available to salaried taxpayers and pensioners by 30 to 35%. So how can market investors benefit from this? Yesterday, the BSE Sensex fell 634 points, taking its 3-day slides tally to over 1,800 points. The NSE Nifty, on the other hand, ended just above 17,750 mark yesterday. Given this, analysts suggest inventors accumulate quality names from the space which can benefit from budget announcements. Let us go to G. Jokalingam, founder and chief investment officer at Economics Research, to know his preferred picks.
The biggest concern is the rising oil price because that can, if it goes close to 100, that can pull down the market much more. That's what I'm saying. So in the next few weeks, it is very important to monitor the oil. So therefore, what sector we are suggesting in this environment is the one which will benefit out of this rising oil. They will act as a defensive in the event of oil price. One team I would strongly recommending, to my research clients. For example, you have Oil India, oil producer. You have India Glycol producing the petrochemical through agricultural route, using the molasses, So these are some of the stocks I feel, because otherwise I feel the weakness may continue in the market. So if still somebody wants to look at some more sector, then I would say that within a small cap, mid cap, look at the quality stocks in IT space, pharma space. So these are the 2-3 themes one can invest till budget time.
When asked to pick stocks that may benefit post-budget, Jokalingam went with the FMCG pack.
I would say that maybe one can think of FMCG because I believe, all these 2 years the government was helping the corporate sector to revive revenue and profits, and they succeeded in that objective. Now it is time for reviving the disposable income of individuals, which will be positive for FMCG.
For A.K. Prabhakar, who is head of research at IDBI Capital, quality stocks from defense, agriculture and capex should be looked at ahead of Budget 2022.
Budget, mainly tax purpose, nothing will happen. Whatever GST is a separate entity now. And I don't think any major tinkering and any taxes will happen. But the allocation towards defense, the allocation towards infrastructure and fertilizer subsidy is something which will be keenly watched. And with election in 5 states, agriculture will be an important sector to watch out. The PSU fertilizer stock, RCS, NFL, PAC, they benefit more because they are into urea. Even Chambal fertilizer benefits from this. Otherwise, I don't see a major resistance. And in the infrastructure, we like KNR construction, PNC infra. In defense, we like HAL, BDN.
That apart, markets also expect the government to focus on electric mobility, 5G technology, and increasing allocation to healthcare sector. Given this, investors may look at large caps like L&T, M&M, Sun Pharma, and Bharti Airtel, which have an upside potential of 11 to 15% from current levels. Coming to Friday's session, global cues such as bond yield movement, oil prices, and FII activity will be the key market movers. Back home, Q3 earnings of RIL, HDFC Life, Vodafone Idea, PVR, and SBI Life will be keenly tracked by market participants.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.